What's up, guys? In this video we're going to be looking at the top stocks and penny stocks that are actively working on finding a COVID-19 vaccine. These stocks are breaking out to the upside. We're going to be talking about these stocks specifically on this video. I'm also going to be doing a stock market recap and talk about what are the important reports that's coming out tomorrow that could potentially affect the stock market. So make sure you stay tuned, guys. I'm going to be talking about these stocks and this important information in this video. Now let's get right into the video. Alright guys, so before we get into the video, make sure you smash the like button. If you have any questions, make sure you drop it in the comment section below. And if you are new to the channel, make sure you subscribe, guys. The main things and the main momentum of the entire stock market now is kind of focused on finding a vaccine because the stock market is reacting significantly and a lot of people are having a lot of issues with having the virus, guys. So a lot of the case numbers are rising across states, specifically in Texas, like in Florida, and even like in California and a few places. These cases are spiking up again. So now a lot of the money and a lot of attention now is focused on finding a quick solution and finding an expedited, solution for this vaccine and this virus, so for this specific virus. Now the attention is on finding a COVID-19 vaccine. So we're going to be talking about the specific stocks that a lot of people are watching and they're making, and the stocks are making a lot of progress. So let's look at exactly the main stocks. So as you can see, one of the the articles that came out was like race for COVID-19 vaccine has drug makers scaling up manufacturing before one is developed. As you can see over here, so they're going to be starting manufacturing some of the COVID-19 vaccines, even though they still did not pass the phase 2, phase 3 trials, because they just want to stay ahead and be prepared when they go to phase 3 trials, and if it's a very good vaccine that they already manufactured and ready to go. So they want to spend some time, so they're going to start producing these vaccines. So the major companies that are actively working on are, as you can see over here, they're INO, NVS, J&J, mRNA, NVX, all of these, Pfizer, PFE, all of these companies are working on a vaccine. But let's talk about the penny stocks, and let's talk about the major companies that are breaking out to the upside for specific reasons, because they're getting fundings and their CEOs are coming out and talking about some of the progress that they're making, and I'm going to be talking about these stocks right now. So as you can see over here, one of the main stocks, the penny stocks that kind of broke out today, is Vxrt. Now Vxrt is one of the only penny stocks in the past that was kind of talking about having the solutions that the vaccine is going to be taken orally. That means it's going to be a tablet instead of needles and things like that. So that's what these company got attention a lot in the past, but this time they came out and they talked about specifically how they focused the entire company, and they even changed their CEO to focus on exactly finding a vaccine for this specific stock, guys. So as you can see, because of this news that came out, the stock actually shot up 96.24%, which is up $3.07, guys. And to find out more about these other penny stocks in this sector that are working on finding solutions for finding vaccines, I made a lot of videos, like 4 to 5 videos on this channel. They're gonna pop up right over here. Also, there's gonna be a link in the description box below. You guys can go and check out those videos in detail. But in this video, I'm just going to want to make sure that I cover the ones that are getting a lot of attention, and some of them are getting funding. So you need to pay attention to these stocks. So you can go and check out the other penny stocks on the other videos, guys. So, let's get back to Vxrt. As you can see over here, this is a very low float stock. As you can see, 58 million shares available. So it was kind of dying down. It was kind of like trending down to the downside. But now these things are just spiking up again. Other companies and the government, also everybody in the world, the cases are rising. So it's an emergency, guys. So they have to figure out a solution, because the case numbers, not only in the US actually hit a record number yesterday and today also since April, where it was like it hit the all-time highs, but now it kind of went back to the same price. So cases are spiking up a lot. So these companies are getting a lot of attention. But let's get back to Vxrt. As you can see over here, guys, so this stock went up. The float is 58.6 million shares. This stock released a press release talking about how they specifically reshaped the company to focus specifically on finding a solution, So they are working on, as I mentioned, like a tablet where you can kind of take the vaccine orally instead of, getting a needle shot. And also they have manufacturing lined up in place specifically for this tablet. As you can see over here, last month, they actually signed a contract with Kyndryl Bio to manufacture vaccines in bulk under CGMP to complement the manufacturing capacity of its partner, Emerging Biosolutions EBS. So they already have a company that they signed a contract with to start manufacturing this vaccine. So this is really, really awesome news for this company. As you can see over here, the 1-year chart, it is slowly trending to the upside, and today it finally broke out to the upside. It's up 96.24%, and the volume just increased drastically. It's 131 millions of shares traded just today, and the 52-week low of this company was 25 cents, guys. So this stock was actually a quarter, and now it's $3.26, and after hours it's actually up 19.81%, $7.50. Now, is this stock a buy at this moment? Can we actually buy and chase this stock? As you can see over here, the entire chart of this stock, this usually gives you multiple opportunity to get involved in it. So right now it's kind of extended to the upside. A lot of these stocks, when you look at INO, we're going to talk about it in a little bit, they extend to the upside a lot. So just give it like 1 or 2 or 4 days, and then it will have like a red day, its first red day. That will be a good opportunity to get involved in it and have a very clear support area to get involved in it. Now it was just super extended. You're just going to be chasing it. If you want to buy it, like, you can definitely buy it, but make sure that you know that you're buying it while it's up like 96.24%. So let's just wait for like a pullback, or just have like a 1 red day, and then you can just try to get involved in it and try to position side as well. So, but keep an eye on it. Keep an eye on these stock and this specific stock. The other stock that I covered several times is INO. As you can see today, it even went up another 30.92%, and after hours it's actually up 10 to 15%, guys. So these stocks are getting a lot of attentions. A lot of money is flowing into these companies because they want, the solution for this pandemic, because the cases are rising worldwide and they're trying to find a solution. So these companies are going to get as much funding as they can possibly get from the government to find solutions. Now let's look at the top, big companies also getting a lot of attractions, that they're getting a lot of funding too. One of these other companies is ticker symbol NVAX. Now this company got funding from the US government also. As you can see, it's up 7.79%, and it's just trending to the upside. It's not even giving an opportunity for a pullback for people to buy it. It's just going to the upside just continuously, guys. So keep an eye on this stock. And also, as you can see, the float of this stock is super low too. It's only 54 million shares available. That's also really super important to look at. Since there's not a lot of shares available to buy, there's going to be a lot of demand. That's why the stock also goes up to the upside, guys. Now let's look at what happened in the stock market today and what we expect for tomorrow. What are the important news that we can look at tomorrow? As you can see over here, guys, overall it's kind of like a green day. We kind of bounced from the huge sell-off that we had yesterday, so we were kind of bouncing back to the upside. We got Microsoft that's up, Apple, Google, Facebook, Amazon, the financial sector, almost like the majority of the sectors, in the stock market participated, and they went to the upside, because yesterday the entire thing was selling off. So it bounced to the upside pretty good. Even the airline stocks actually were even green. So now let's look at individually the important stocks that you need to look at specifically on the chart. Alright, guys, so as you can see over here, INO stock is just going crazy for the past 3 days. It's just going up. After hours is up 13.28%. So tomorrow is going to open up way above over here, and we'll see what's going to happen if it continues to go to the upside. But, the entire scenario of the current pandemic situation, I believe that this stock is going to go to the upside a lot. But when we look at the overall market, we're kind of in this middle of the range, and yesterday we pulled back, and then now today we kind of bounced back and recovered some of the sell-off that we experienced yesterday. Also, guys, if you want to learn about the candlesticks charts, there's going to be a video in the description box. You guys go and can check it out. So Apple just went to the upside, guys. It didn't hit all-time highs like it used to, but it definitely had a green day. Netflix also bounced. Microsoft, American Airlines, all of these stocks actually finished green, so that's a good thing to look at. Exactly. Even Carnival Cruise didn't sell off today to the downside. It finished like 0%, didn't go up or down. Actually gapped down this morning, and it kind of just closed right at the previous day's closing price. So Tesla edged higher. You got that Nikola stock actually was the one that was red. Nikola stock was actually red, but we actually saw the other company, which is Helion actually, still not merged yet, but the date's still not set. But the company actually bounced. The ticker symbol SHLL bounced. Also Zoom, guys, Zoom is just going just like nobody has business, man. Zoom just keeps going every day, green. Now so far it's like 6 days in a row it's been going up to the upside. And this COVID-19 vaccine stocks, NVAX, also up 7.79%, new all-time highs, just chugging along. And one of the stocks that we talked about in the past, which is SHIP, this is a penny stock, guys. So this actually reported earnings is down 35% after hours. So that's one of the risks of like holding through earnings. You never know what to expect. So it's gonna open like way below like the area for support that we marked. So it went below this price point. Now it's kind of like bailed out. So luckily I kind of sold out yesterday when it was kind of like over here, when it kind of went to red, even though I didn't make a profit, but I just sold it out because I didn't like the action that it had over here. So also we talked about CINT. This was the penny stock that we're looking at. We talked about yesterday. It had a pretty good day today. It's up 8.57%. And also the other COVID stocks that we talked about yesterday, also they're up. If there's going to be another lockdown, these stocks are the ones to watch for. This is the Sprouts Farmers Market's actually up 2.67%. CMG, which is Chipotle, also just keeps going up. It's now up 0.09%, but it's $1,048, guys. So that's really, really impressive. Now let's talk about important economic reports and news that could potentially affect the stock market tomorrow. So keep an eye on these specific news events, the release reports coming out tomorrow. Like today, we actually had a GDP revision. The Q1 was actually the same. We talked about it. The previous one is minus 5%. The projected was minus 5%. The reported was minus 5%. And also the unemployment, the continuing jobless claims was at the previous one is 20.3 million, but the reported one today was 19.5 million. So it was actually got a little lower, which is pretty good. Now for tomorrow, for Friday, June 26th, on 8:30 a.m., the consumer spending report for May is going to be reported. So the previous one is negative 13.6%. So they're anticipating a 9.9%. And also at 8:30 a.m., the core inflation for May is going to be reported. It's going to be, they're anticipating, the previous one was negative 0.4%, anticipating a 0.1%. And at 10 a.m., a consumer sentiment index. The final report is going to be for June. The previous one was 78.9, and they are projecting 79.3. So if these numbers fluctuate either to the upside or downside, if they're not what they expected them to be, expect the stock market to react. But the market is just reacting by itself, and potentially, there's still cases of COVID-19 cases increasing across the globe, across the US. So those are the main things that the stock market now is kind of focused on, So, but anyway, guys, if you enjoyed this video, make sure to like the video. If you're new to the channel, make sure you subscribe. I'll catch you guys on another video, guys, tomorrow.